What got me into the entertainment business was my brother. He saw something in me and my other brothers that it's kind of like a Joe Jackson type thing. He just didn't, he wasn't that guy, but he saw some things in us, and I used to sing when I was a little kid, man. I used to mimic, believe it or not, Tom Jones. I used to mimic Tom Jones, believe it or not. But I did my first mini show. I was 8 years old, man. I was 8 years old, and I've just it's just always been into me. I've always wanted to entertain. Even as a kid, I've always wanted to just entertain people, and it is what it is. But as I grew, we got more seasoned. Me and my other brother, Leander Tate, he's out of North Carolina. Demos to Go. That's the name of his company, and he molded me into the musician that I am. But there's a gentleman, just kind of fast forwarding it. There's a gentleman out of Oakland, California, born and raised in Oakland, California. His name is James L. Richard. He taught me the stage. He taught me everything that I could ever know or want to know about the stage. He taught me how to read the stage. He taught me how to read the crowd. He taught me how to, and he took the time out, man, because he said he always saw something good in me. And this was years ago. He taught me how to get out there and realize that it's more than just being in front of a microphone singing. People want to be entertained. And James L. Richard III taught me that. Some of the hardest shows I've ever done was um, a pure racist crowd. That was a very a difficult show to get through. However, even with those shows, at the end, they kind of start coming around, and I guess they stopped looking at the color of my skin and started looking at the quality of entertainment that we were bringing. Another hard show that I've done is places where it's not safe. We've done those type of places where it's just not safe. Anywhere you can go, man, where there's a lot of gun violence and things like that, it's just not safe. Those are the hardest shows. Um, People they respond differently to music. They respond to what we bring them, and even though we have been in these dangerous situations, our music that we brought has kept us safe. Believe it or not, if that makes sense, which I'm quite sure it does. Yeah. Ooh. Uh, the festivals. The festivals. I love playing for diverse crowds of people. The festivals, it brings everybody out. It brings out kids. It brings out young adults. It brings out older adults. It brings us all out. And everybody in that festival is there for one reason: music. So whatever they were going through that week, or even before they got to the show, for the next couple of hours, we got them. We got them. We get to make them dance. We get to make them feel good. We get to make them forget about whatever they were going through before they got there. And one thing that I always specify when I'm on that mic in any festival, I said, for the time being, while we're here, we're all family. We're all family. While we're here today, we're all family. So I get, they like that. They like the unity, because we got so many things going on right now that's negative. So when you can bring music and you can bring entertainment, and you can bring different genres of music to one space of people. Think about this. Think about the magnitude of that. We get different nationalities that come from different walks of life in one place, and everybody forget what color we are. The challenges that I've had with promoters in this business is honesty. Um, a lot of promoters, they they talk a good game, but a lot of promoters are just for self. Some of the challenges that we have in it as entertainers, period, is the the lowballing, the lowballing of wanting of compensation. the lowballing of it all. You know, a lot of people, they want quality entertainment, but they want to pay pennies on the dollars, and it's not they don't have the money, they just don't want to. The dishonesty of a lot of promoters, that is one of the most challenging things, man, when you are coming on to an event. That's why it's important. I tell my fellow entertainers, it is important, no matter what. Everything needs to go on paper. Everything needs a contract, no matter what. I've been down that road, taking somebody's word for what they're going to compensate. And then at the end, they bring you a sad story, a sob story. Well, we didn't make this much at the door. Well, that wasn't the deal. The deal was, this is what you say you was going to pay me, and this is what I need. I have to pay the band. I gotta pay different people too. We didn't talk about you paying us off of what you make off the door. We got hired and I gave you my price. You agreed, but that was before I got into the real hardcore business side of entertainment. Everything has to be on paper, and it's important to get a deposit. It's very important. So that's the most hardest thing that I can say about the challenges that I've had. You know, little minor challenges, of course. You know, making sure everybody's there on time and things like that. But the most challenges, man, is the promoters. I am launching a new food business. I'm a chef. I'm a holistic chef. I got into holistic nutrition because I had a blood cancer, and I overcame it by lifestyle changes. Um, I learned. I've always been in the kitchen. My mother was my hero, man. She taught me how to cook. So while I was battling the cancer, I went and got my holistic nutritionist certification and becoming a certified holistic chef. Coming just doing it. So I have a new sauce coming out. Should be out 2025. I got a couple of things I got to get taken care of in January. I have a new wine that I'm going to be launching in 2025. Yeah, it's Chug Lounge, a new wine. I have new music coming out in the spring. I got a whole lot of different positive things, and I'm networking with some incredible people. Mr. Mikhail London, networking with him. Mr. Roy Cornelius, 50 plus. It's going to be a great 2025 kickoff start. So yeah, I got a few things in motion. My clothing line. I got a clothing line. I have my hands in different things, and you know what? My fellow entertainers, I always try to tell them how important it is to have your brand, because even people such as Jay-Z, Kanye West, they all got sideline businesses. They all got businesses that they launched. You gotta have a brand outside of music. That's just the way it is, you know. And if you do your homework, everybody who is very, very, very successful, it's not just the music. It's the branding. It's whatever they branded themselves with. So that's important. So I always try to, because at some point you never know. The Most High could say, you know what, it's time for you to stop. Then what? What are you going to do? If you don't have anything else going on, what are you going to do? If all you depend on is getting paid from shows, what are you going to do? What are you going to do if you're not investing? You got to invest something. Something. You can't go through this life without investing. You got to invest in something if you want to be successful in it. If not, you got a very, very difficult road down the road. Yep. Learn the business. Number one, learn as much about the business as you can. See, here's the thing, man. People see seasoned artists, seasoned entertainers. I had to scrape my knee. I had to, I had to scrape my knee up the mountain, getting up there. Um, it ain't for everybody. It's not. You gotta figure out what you want to bring to this industry, what you want to bring to the table. What can you bring? Because everything now is image, damn near. Everything is image. Now, when it comes to the live performance part, a lot of artists, even artists that so-called has made it, they fall short. because they don't have it organically. Either you got it or you don't. That's it. What I would give any artist that's coming into this business is learn the business. Ladies, you don't have to lay on your back to get to where you need to go. There's plenty of women out there who are very successful and they didn't have to do anything that demeaned their character. They didn't have to do anything that attacked their self-respect. They didn't have to do anything but be them, but they were very business savvy on what they wanted to do. So my advice, especially to the ladies, be careful who you around. Be careful of the surroundings of you. Be careful of the surroundings of you, and make sure that you are very diligent about what you put on paper and who you decide to be with.